I'm delighted to introduce our international speaker that is a master of guiding leaders with innovative techniques and nuggets of gold that our delegates each year take away from this summit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Jan Bellermann.
Good morning. I'm talking about inner cows today. And there's a word for it, and that's stress. Today I will tell you the truth about stress and high efficiency. And I will share a simple method that has helped me to reduce my stress level by maybe 70% and has doubled my efficiency. Stress is a human disease and an economic disaster, because the global productivity loss due to work-related stress is $1 trillion per year. So, the leaders we are working with are sharing three main stressors. Number one is time pressure. The second is workload, and the third is a toxic culture. And the tools which they use to address this are mainly things like Eisenhower Matrix, Pomodoro Technique, 80-20 rule, time management methods, and I'm sure all of you know these tools and have used them. But let me ask you a question. Do they really have changed your life significantly? If so, please raise your hand. No one there. And you are not alone. Because what you see on this picture is all the countries are colored where more than 30% of the workforce are reporting that they are highly stressed. So South Africa is 36%. And we have some other countries like Nigeria and Tanzania which are close to 60%. And we have Northern America where more than 50% are there, Southern America between 40 and 50%, Europe between 30 and 40%. And there's a little white dot in Europe, and that's Switzerland. And that has 28, so it's close. But we can see that all these tools, they are helpful, but they are not the game changer. So what is the game changer? Stress normally starts with a problem. So let's understand what makes a problem. Let's say my boss comes to me and gives me a very, very tough deadline. What happens? I either go into fear of failure, or I get angry or frustrated that I got that task. So definitely, inside, I'm suffering. I'm not feeling good about that problem. And outside, I have that challenge. And it looks like that this challenge is causing my suffering. Are you with me? If you agree, please raise your hand. Thank you, everyone. So it looks like we are all on the same page. The question now is, are we on the right page? Let's investigate. Look into challenges. I can ask myself, do I face a challenge? No. Very obvious, so why should I suffer? Do I face a challenge? Yes. Can I do something about it? Yes. So why should I suffer? Do I face a challenge? Yes. Can I do something about it? No. So why should I suffer? Isn't it? So the point is really, what I want to make here very clear, what happens outside is not causing your suffering. Please be very clear. The challenge is not causing your suffering. So let's investigate further. What is suffering? Suffering is an unpleasant emotion. We just had it: fear, anger, frustration, disappointment, whatever. Stress is an unpleasant emotion. And it's a subconscious reaction, because I doubt that we would choose it willingly. And what I also experienced, there's just one thought needed and I get angry immediately or frustrated. So we get triggered by a thought. So we need to dig deeper, and let's look into thoughts. Are you up for a short experiment? Thank you. So please close your eyes and observe your thinking for just 1 minute. And keep your eyes closed. And now, stop thinking. Please think nothing. Thank you. Please open your eyes. What did you find? How many times did the subject change in this 1 minute? Many times. Amazing, isn't it? How many of these thoughts have been necessary? Not many. Have you been able to stop your thinking? Probably not, I hope. Otherwise, you would be probably dead or very experienced. We tend to believe that we are in full control over our thinking, but it's very obvious that this is not the case. The good news is, it's not your fault. So let's dig deeper. To understand stress, we need to understand the thought process behind suffering. So let's say I'm facing a challenge C. And the challenge is my boss comes to me and gives me a very, very tough deadline. And the thought process inside of me could be something like that. Uh-oh, not good. I will miss the deadline. If I miss the deadline, my boss will get angry with me again. My career is over. He will fire me. I won't be able to pay the education of the kids. I won't be able to pay the mortgage of the house. My partner will leave me. And finally, I end up alone sleeping under the bridge. Or it goes like, I should have stayed in bed this morning. I already felt sick. My boss should have given it to someone else. Why did he give it to me? I think he doesn't like me. Isn't it? Who came across these kind of thoughts before in your life? Please raise your hand. Thank you. These thoughts we have been just looking at have one thing in common. Did you notice that? My career, my house, my well-being. It is all about me. So, we are either stepping into the future and creating horror scenarios, what happens if I fail, and then how I will deal with all these consequences that come up, or I'm stepping into the past and are creating scenarios how it should have been to avoid that pain. And at the same time, we are thinking, we are dealing with the challenge. But in fact, we are only thinking about ourselves. Can you solve a challenge in the past? Can you solve a challenge in the future? No. The past is dead. The future is not there yet. You can only work on that challenge in the present moment. Let me be very clear. You are only productive in the present moment. But what happens is, as soon as we face a challenge, in most of the cases, we are starting to ruminate, to think about ourselves. And this leads to the suffering. And we are wasting the time and we are not thinking about the solution for the challenge. And this brings me to high efficiency, because it's getting worse. We are not only ruminating about the stress and about ourselves, we are also daydreaming. I think you all know that. You will read half through the page and suddenly you realize, I have no clue what I read there. Yeah? Or you're sitting in a meeting and then you're thinking already about the next one. Or you're thinking about what kind of lunch you will have. Or you're dreaming about your upcoming vacation. You're not present. Or you're thinking about the wonderful evening you had yesterday with your partner. You are not there. So just imagine if you are now adding the rumination with the daydreaming, what percentage of your awake time do you think you are in the here and now? What percentage do you think? Just let me know. Guess. 30. He has read the book. The answer is 30. The scientists are telling us it's just 30% that we are present and focused. And when you look at this graph, there's a big room for improvement, isn't it? So, when you just increase your being present time by 15%, this will increase your productivity by 50%. If I translate this into your 8 hours workday, it just means you need to be 70 minutes more present, and you are as efficient as in your current 12-hour workday. Be very clear. So the secret behind high efficiency is to stay present. So the question now is, how do we stay present? Or better, how do we get back into the present moment? Because we've just seen these thoughts are taking us everywhere. So how do we do it? The first step is we have to get aware that we are distracted from the challenge in front of us. And this is where most people fail, because we are thinking we are dealing with a challenge. But that's not true. Get aware that you are distracted from solving the problem. So you can do this by checking, am I thinking about the past or the future? Or you can see, am I thinking about myself? Or am I thinking about the solution? Or you can very simply just ask the question, is this thought necessary right now? And when it's not, get out of it. Shift your attention to your senses, because senses only function in the present moment. So you can feel the chair beneath you, you can feel when you touch your skin, or when you simply observe or feel how your breast is moving in and out when you're breathing deeply. Experiment with it, but be clear, if you're going into the boardroom, you need to have a new habit that the others don't think you are crazy, so find something that works for you. Huh? And when you are in that present moment, it's very, very simple. Because then, like Cedric just said, we are waking up. So now you have the chance to consciously direct your attention to the task at hand and simply solve the problem. So, we have a little gift for you. Took me half of the night to get it up and running, because we are currently creating a new website. And so please bear with us, it's work in progress, but I wanted to give you away because it's for our coachees. We have developed this state of being assessment, because the most difficult step is to get aware that you are unaware, and to find out and identify your main distracting thinking habit. You simply capture randomly several times a day on an online base which emotion you are in and where your thoughts are. Are they in the past or in the future? And when you do this for quite some time, like on this picture here, that leader is wasting 31% of the time in an unpleasant emotion, thinking about the near future. So when you are aware of what is distracting you, you can now find out what is going on under that. So you find the root cause. And in this case, for this leader, was a subconscious belief he's not good enough. And then he's creating scenarios, what we just said, hey, if I'm not good enough, then the outcome isn't the best, and I have to deal with the consequences. So he was always ruminating about these consequences. When he knew about it, you can catch that thought when it comes up, and you don't have to follow it, and you don't have to get lost in it. You bring yourself back to the present moment, and you can do it. So let me summarize what I would like to take you away from this talk. Number one, your stress is not caused by the challenge you are facing. Be very clear. The source of your stress is your self-centric thinking. You're thinking about yourself, and you're oscillating, going forwards between the back and forwards between the past and the future. When you are aware of this distracting habit, that's the next step that you have to do. Find out that you are not aware. To get aware, you just heard the easiest way is to use your senses. And the more you learn and practice it, the more this gets a new supportive habit, and the more time you are spending in that high efficient being present mode, you're not only reducing your stress level because you have now suddenly, you're more efficient, you have more time, you have reducing your workload, but at the same time you are increasing your well-being because you're not moving into keeping yourself with these thoughts and the suffering. And you are absolutely high efficient. And I can only encourage you to give it a try, because this will fundamentally give you a new quality of life. Thank you.
Thanks, Jan. Thank you, Jan, once again. Really thought-provoking and many nuggets, as I said earlier on, for us to take away. Thank you also for your ongoing commitment to Conscious Companies over the years. Conscious Companies is hosting a Conscious Leadership Executive Experience tomorrow. It will be a one-day deep dive to break barriers, embrace growth, and transform the way you think, act, and lead. And it's taking place tomorrow in Houghton from 8:30 until 5, a full day of work and experience. You can visit consciouscompanies.org to make a booking. There are only a few seats left for the event tomorrow.